Now going over to the culture part of the podcast, you have Libs of TikTok on the illegal crossing statistics going viral. 7.2 million under the Biden administration, more than the population of a majority of states in the United States. Again, this comes to us thanks to Libs of TikTok. And before the big statistic, she noted that, quote, over 7.2 million illegals entered the U.S. since Biden took office. This is greater than the population of 36 states. Those states include Alabama, Alaska, Arkansas, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Hawaii, Idaho, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada, New Hampshire, New Mexico, North Dakota, Oklahoma, Oregon, Rhode Island, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Utah, Vermont, West Virginia, Wisconsin, and Wyoming, which is quite a few to say the least. And also a fun reminder of how many states start with the letter M. Never really think about it. There's quite a few. Now, this was originally posted thanks to Chris Podolfo over at Fox Business, or Fox News rather, which, interestingly enough, is still in business despite, declining popularity seemingly day in day. They're somehow still in business. Now, this went viral to say at least, got 473,000 views and about 11,000 likes. And scrolling down some of the top comments, you have one from, let's see here, if I could, Paul Zazupa, scrolling down a little more. And Paul says, oh, sorry about that. Let's see. Paul Zazupa says, well, if I could zoom in, it would be a little better. Apologies for that. And he says, and let's see. And then those illegals will contribute to more and more. Oh, geez Louise, this is driving me crazy. Fortunately, I can't read that on the monitor in front of me, so I'm going to have to scroll down a little bit. Or, let's see here. Let me see, I can read that from here, sorry. And then when those illegals have babies later, they will continue to suck the country of resources and that they don't pay for. It's insidious to deport all of them, including the children, unquote. Despite I was about to say my speaking ineptitudes. That's usually the thing that trips me up on the show, but in this case, it's my visual ineptitudes, even though it's close to 20/20 vision, so maybe zoom in a little bit more on the monitor next time. And that did get 87 likes. You also have what looks to be a meme or meme from someone by the name of Kenzie Mary saying, quote, thanks Obama, and there's a picture of Obama doing the OK sign, and it says, keep in mind that Democrats voted to fine American citizens for not buying insurance, and then conspired to give it to illegal aliens for free, unquote. They got 229 likes. Quite a few to say the least. You also have Desiree with a meme, or rather a picture of Musk with some text, and he says, quote, failure to require photo ID to vote is obviously making it impossible to prove voter fraud. That is why the far left refuses to require a photo ID to vote, unquote. And 181 likes, which I really do want to hear if there's a legitimate argument to say as to why you should not have a photo ID to vote. The most disgustingly racist one you usually hear is, well, minorities can't get IDs. Spoiler alert, we can and we do. My family's from Cuba and we've never had an issue going to the DMV. It's a pretty straightforward process. Scrolling down, let's see here. Libercat Media TM says, quote, deport all of them. And someone looks like a gentleman in a suit, so at least there is a modicum of, gotta appreciate that. As we all know, all wise men, the coolest of the cats, some might say, always suit up, of course. And there's a picture of a gentleman kicking someone out, and it says, the only hope to save America is mass deportation and close the border, unquote, getting 181 likes, which, I mean, we've had this debate for decades. I honestly don't see it getting any better or changing. The pessimist in me can't help but notice when it comes to Republicans and Democrats, we've been arguing about the same things for, again, decades. Gun control, abortion, immigration. And the pessimist to me kind of thinks they keep those topics and they keep those types of things in the cultural lexicon and as a controversy, because then both sides can raise money for campaign funds on those topics. So that's why I don't think we'll ever have a definitive, a final ruling or a result either way. But let me know if you think differently. Let's see here. You have, what is this? Molly. Let's see. You have Molly Fisher saying, quote, we know why, and it's a picture of Biden with a fist, and it says, if you won't vote Democrat, I'll flood the country with people who will. That did get 140 likes. You have Red Wave Press chiming in. Oh, let's see here. And it's really, let's see here. And he says, 7.2 million illegal immigrants are the ones that are crossing the borders that we know about. There could be even more, getting 185 likes. So it went viral to say the least. Let's see. Emmy Shah Parody says, quote, raise your hand if you agree, close the border and deport every illegal alien, getting 14 likes. So there's, quite not as many contrarian statements. I thought it's usually one or two. But interestingly, not too many contrarian statements for this particular topic on the X Twitter today. But it will be interesting to see, will this become one of the biggest political topics? I think if you look at the top 10 things people are kind of at the top of their forefront of their mind when they're casting their votes, I think inflation and immigration are going to be two of the hottest topics this election year. Now, it'll be interesting to see at the end of the day, most of these states, again, they don't require voter ID in many cases. Maybe that's all it takes. Or do you think that's not really a true concern? I think this is just going to become more and more viral on social media, and I think it might snowball into becoming perhaps even the number one issue when it comes to 2024 election, and as well as cultural conversations around the water cooler. Though, now that I think about it, most people work from home, so I don't know how apt the water cooler metaphor really is. Perhaps more apt metaphor would be the Teams chat or the Slack channel, but nevertheless, I partially digress. Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in. Again, I'm trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you could click that button, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, leave me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.